It has been 2 days of intense deliberations. Kenya had her mind set for the closure of the Dadaab Refugee Camp within the shortest time possible. But the international community felt the decision would trigger a huge humanitarian crisis. The National Multi-Agency Refugee Repatriation Task Force had drawn a timetable that would have seen the Dadaab Refugee Complex closed by November this year. It appears, however, that timetable will have to be set aside following today's talks by the Tripartite Commission. What was under consideration was Kenya's task force report alongside Somalia's proposed scheme for returnees and elements of the UNHCR plan of action.
The parties noted the prospect of the reduction of the population in the Daadab camps by 150,000 individuals by the end of 2016.
It means at least 200,000 more will still be in the camp by the end of the year. Emphasis in today's communique was on the orderly, humane and dignified voluntary repatriation.
Make no mistake, there will not be any forced repatriation, it will be a voluntary repatriation.
The plan is based on principles, voluntariness, safety and dignity, and is based also on realistic operational considerations.
Nothing will happen unless we get the resources that we need from the international community, and we have agreed that we will be raising these funds together.
Kenya, it appears, has heeded calls by the international community to extend the timeline.
My understanding of all that, it cannot be time-bound, it's a condition-bound.
The conditions being the safety of the returnees in Somalia and provision of social amenities. The immediate course of action, according to the Tripartite Commission, is to conduct an audit of the refugees.
There is absolutely no question in the minds of all of us that Daadab has to close, so Daadab will be closed. We are going to carry out the verification exercise so that we know exactly, because currently we actually don't know exactly how many Somali refugees are in Daadab.
It is something that we've been calling the unpacking of Daadab.
The government says latest records indicate the number of refugees in Daadab have reduced to 326,000 and has noted the departure of a further 16,000 to Somalia within the past few months.
There is in fact a queue for the Somalis to go back on a waiting list.
The Tripartite Commission members will meet again in October this year to review the progress made on the voluntary repatriation of Somali refugees from Kenya. But the delay is certainly relieving for many refugees who are not prepared to return home just yet. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Weekend.